Smith. Right? Deception. A leader got soldiers on post in every direction. All gold like a German shepherd. Young and the restless, swear honor like a diamond necklace. I know you feel me, nigga.
Purchase your tracks today.
Yeah, you already know what time it is. You understand? UPK, one West in the command, YAHANNA, all my brothers. We rolling through. You understand? Cause these niggas weak. These niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with their shields on post, watching. They all my brothers.
Lord is precious, but loyalty is private. Hard with a mind, I leave you like. Wrong with this shit, I'ma need a diaper. Endure through any crisis. Cause all my niggas righteous, all politics will fight. Cowards fold, real niggas hold rank, saying what they believe and won't compromise the day. Never harmonize the trade. Do not affiliate with impersonators. You cross the line, you gon' catch the vapors. My niggas strong, no chase. Them other niggas sweet like 9 ladies. Tank full of brown sugar like Lake. Every time I move, a righteous demonstration. More like the 9 state. My brother's glorious, true warriors. The label swore down and death sentence can't stop till we notorious. Thrown in my way with a supreme audience. Proud ass nigga get exiled, no loitering around my brothers.
Yeah, you already know what it is. 144 back again, UPK style, put it down for my brothers. And I roll with straight soldiers. That's right. Them niggas with them shields and fatigues and them boots. They my brothers. We gon' rule it on the king, understand? We gon' rule this bitch at all goes. Nigga, we gon' take these from them rappers. That's right, this day. Take it to the ground. And we gon' eat and drink. Me and all
my brothers like the ladder house.
So
they
what
can't
I do,
fit with my men, nigga. I can tell you fake from the treacherous mouth. Came and got his own love. We don't believe that. Give a damn about the 2 cents. Fucking feedback. I give it all for my brothers, they deserve it. No excuses for my niggas. They striving to be perfect. Sacrifice whatever form they never own. UPK, we click tight like SKYPE and Joe. Endure to the end, it's what a wise man told me. Liquor from the top shelf, but I spit it with the low. 144, nigga, everybody know it. All I ever wanted was revenge, fuck a road shit. You down for the cause, gotta show me. Stand tall and do not blush. Remain calm when the danger pop up. Throw deep like David Jones locker. My boss, the central locker. No competition, only glory in the distance for my brothers.
Which one? All right, Shalom, Israel. It's the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge started out of 1 West on 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. And this is the Wednesday law class, I.S.U.P.K Houston Wednesday law class. This is Priest and Officer Habana. You understand? If there's any questions online, Salakia for the late start. You understand? We had some technical difficulties. Salakia. We had some technical difficulties. The white man is the devil that the Bible speak of all day, every day. You understand? So we had to get some stuff straightened out. You understand? New software and stuff that we trying to figure out. So the water for being with us. You know what I'm saying? I got a pretty, well, what I consider a pretty heavy topic today. You understand? It's something that we, as Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, that this is something that we experience on a daily. And it needs to be talked about, you understand? Well, this is the one of many topics that need to be talked about. Just bear with me real quick. Let me get this sound together. 1 second. Understand? Lock it. Alright. I'm just checking the different platforms, making sure everything's toward. All right. So if you have any questions, I need one of y'all checking Facebook. Make sure see if there's any questions. If there's any questions in the room, also. Any questions? Nobody? No sweat. All right, so it don't look like we got no questions online or on the room. All right, so what I want to go into today, man, I want to talk about two things that's plaguing the black community. You understand that? It's a very well two. It's a lot of important things. You know what I'm saying? We definitely in the next coming up weeks or whatever, we're gonna touch on abortion. We're gonna touch on a lot of things that's plaguing the black community. But today, what I wanted to touch on was police brutality and black on black crime. That's something that, you know what I'm saying, it's on a daily basis we plagued with. And it's always a hot topic for discussion in the news and the media, because why is it always a hot topic for discussion in the news and the media? Police brutality and black on black crime. Why is it always a hot topic? Y'all know what a hot topic mean, right? Or what I mean by hot topic? What I mean by hot topic? You want to try to go ahead. That's what right. The focus on like social media, your timelines get flooded with, you know, videos of this nature. Why is that? Go ahead.
Because it shows that we are the 12 tribes of Israel and we're suffering curses.
Well, definitely. That's definitely what it's showing, but more so, it's happening every single day. A brother getting shot by the police, or you know what I'm saying, brother shooting another brother. This is something that happens on a daily, probably multiple times a day, all throughout the you know what I'm saying, while people are scattered. This happens. So that's why it's a hot topic. It's gonna always stay on your news feed, on your timeline, on your Instagram, wherever social media is, whatever news channel that you tune into, it's gonna always be on there, because every time we turn around, a black, Hispanic, or Native American brother or sister is being murdered by the police unjustly, or a black, Hispanic, and Native American brother is killing another black, Hispanic, and Native American brother. You understand? And we gotta. It's only one way to solve it. You understand? But let's first touch on the police brutality. This is nothing new. Police brutality is something that we've been going through since the beginning. You understand? Police brutality is in the Bible. Police brutality is biblical. It's something that our ancestors went through. So the scriptures say there's no new thing under the sun, meaning everything that has been, is now, and will be. You understand? Everything happens over and over. Like, nothing is happening new. We may put a new twist to it, or, you know, the kids that's coming up under us, they might do something where they feel like it's new. They may have a different way of doing something that we've already done, but it's nothing new. So with that being said, police brutality also fits that same category. Give me Revelation 2:10. This is why we say the white man. This is one of the reasons why we say the white man is the devil. You understand? Because guess what? The Bible says the white man is the devil, and we know this because it tell you. You understand? It describes the characteristics of the devil, and those characteristics only can be fit by one people on this earth right now, and that's the white man. Read what you got up.
Book of Revelations, chapter 2, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Oh no, it say, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Meaning, we're going to go through things, you understand? You're going to go through the police, you understand? Any one of y'all in the room have went through, what's the word? False imprisonment, meaning like you got drugs planted on you, or you was stereotyped, you got pulled over, like you know, just because you black, you could be walking down the street hot, but you know, in Houston we call it the jump out boys. You know what I'm saying? They jump out on you, tell you put your hand behind your back. You understand? If any one of y'all went through that, go ahead. What you wanna? What happened to you in your situation?
Me and one of my boys, this when I was in the world.
Uh huh.
You know, we was riding. We was going to an event that was on the white side of town.
Mm-hmm.
And soon as we passed this intersection, my man got behind us.
Right.
And said, you know, what are we doing around here?
Right.
You know, we explained, you know, when we were going to this event.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we had all type of evidence that we're involved in this type of thing.
Right.
And he was still like, well, nah, y'all shouldn't be around here.
Right.
Run y'all name.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up taking my boy to jail.
Mm.
He ended up making me catch the bus home because he didn't want me to take my boy car.
Mm.
So he had my boy car towed.
Mm. That sounds all too familiar. You understand? That's a story that, you know, we all either can face or have faced. You understand? Like, I've been through similar situations. You know what I'm saying? Like what the brother, if those who online didn't hear, the brother was saying, you understand? Basically, he was black on the wrong side of town, being black in the wrong area, and the police automatically see that. They know who's in their area. They patrol. Y'all got to understand something. These cops police these areas daily, so they know who is who. Just like if in your neighborhood, you know if you see a car that ain't familiar, you know it's out of place. You're going to know immediately because this is your neighborhood. This is where you reside every single day. Well, these cops patrol these areas every single day. So if you somewhere in, you know, Killer Nigga Oaks, Salakia, you understand, River Oaks, or you understand in the woodlands somewhere where it's a predominantly, you know what I'm saying, devil neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, predominantly white neighborhood, you automatically they're gonna know because you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Your car is gonna stick out like a sore thumb. You understand? They're gonna automatically say, hold on, we ain't seen this car around here. This don't seem right. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get probably a closer view, catch you at a stoplight. Oh yeah, those they black. Let me go and pull them over. What they doing over here? They ain't up to no good. They over here to rob somebody. They can't afford to live over here. You understand? Even if you can afford to live there, you're going to automatically have that stereotype on you. And why? Because that police officer pulled that brother over because that police officer wanted somebody to go to jail that day. And they succeeded at whatever they wanted to do, they succeeded. You understand? Hey, if you could close that back storage room closet for me. They succeeded at what they wanted. Why? Because they took the brother to jail, and then on top of that, they wanted the brother to suffer even more so they towed his car, knowing that the first hour, as soon as your car go to the tow shop, that's automatically what? We looking at almost $200, if over. You know, I don't know what it is now. You understand? I got my car towed a long time ago, like in 2007, and I can't really. It was about $100-something then, like $180, just to get it out within this first hour, and then they start charging you. You know what I'm saying? Every day after that, so much a day. You know what I'm saying? You talking about 50 plus a day. So they know the brother was going to jail, so they towed his car. They wouldn't let his homeboy. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't let the brother get the car for him. You understand? So because they wanted to further oppress that man. So now he going to jail. Then when he get out of jail, by the time he get out, that car it's gonna cost the amount of money that he paid for that car to get it out. So you might as well call that a loss. Then they gonna put the car up for auction, because y'all know about these police auctions, right? They gonna put the car up for auction and make money off that car when it didn't even belong to him. The brother got arrested for what was the charge? If I could, what was the charge that they tried to put on the brother, or said that he, you know, what was going on?
He didn't have his registration sticker on the window. He had it, but it's stuck on the window.
Display. So failure to display the inspection sticker or the registration tag. Right. You understand? So something petty. Something he'll probably get out the next day. you know, he probably ain't spent no longer than 3 days in there. You understand? But guess what? They made money off of him. They took his car, so that's one less Negro with a car. Now I bet he won't drive over here no more. You understand? Like, they are out to get you, man. They take crafty counsel against us, man. You understand? Read from the top.
Book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer.
It say, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. There may be a point in time, it's not guaranteed. Not all black, Hispanic, and Native American brothers end up having to deal with the police. You understand? But it might come a point in time, if it's a little too chilly, you can push the air up a little bit. You can push it up to about 70, 73, 74. If, you know what I'm saying, let me know if it's too cold for the sister. There may be a point in time where you may come across this situation. Not every brother is going to get locked up. Not every brother is going to have to deal with the police in the same way that other brothers may have to deal with them. But the point is, we all are one people. We all still, like one suffer, we all suffer. One go through something, we all go through something. One brother get killed, guess what? That could have been me. That could have been my son. That could have been my father. That could have been my brother. You know what I'm saying? That could have been like somebody in your family. Just because it wasn't you or it wasn't somebody in your physical family, you don't supposed to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's a coon mentality. Well, it ain't happened to me or none of my family. We good. I don't have a problem with the police. Well, guess what? This man just got murdered in cold blood. This brother just got murdered in cold blood, and all you have to say for yourself is, well, he wasn't my brother, when he really was your brother. You know what I'm saying? That's the mentality that we supposed to think. That's the mentality how we supposed to think. You understand? Give me keep reading.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
It say, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. It didn't say all of you. So for you cool Negroes out there talking about, oh, well, I don't have no problem with the police. We got a good relationship. You understand? The police come around here, they don't be tripping. Well, guess what? They still cast some of your brothers into prison, man.
Right.
You understand? It's still oppression, man. Do y'all understand the cycle? Do y'all understand that at one point we were forced to be slaves, right? Now it's more so systematically. You understand? Now it's more so systematically. What the scripture, Deuteronomy 28 and 48, get that for me. We got to understand something, man. First it's forceful. Now it's systematic. Because why? Because mentally we destroyed. That's what the scriptures talk about. Hold what you had in Revelation. Get that for me in Deuteronomy.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst.
That's where we get our food and our drinks from. Well, we go to the corner store. Well, who's running the store? Who's the store clerk? Go ahead. Damn, owning the gas station, they already got the oil. You understand? They got enough money. They come get a loan from the U.S. government, and boom, they set up shop. They own the Chevrons and the Shells and stuff. Those corporations, man. Them Indians, them East Indians, funky East Indians. You understand? Guess what? Where you go get your clothes from? The Walmarts. Who owns the Walmarts? The white man. Your enemy. You shall serve your enemies in hunger and thirst. Go ahead. What? Oh, Salaki. Where you go get your chicken fried rice from? You understand? The Chinese man. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are your enemies. So it's either you're going to go to a corner store, it's going to be an African or a damn East Indian. You're going to go to a restaurant, it's a damn Chinese man. You understand? And then you're going to go get your clothes from the white man. So you serving your enemies in hunger and thirst. How you pay? How you got lights in your house? How you get food in your, you know what I'm saying? Some sisters, they didn't remove the man out the home. You on food stamps and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Say not every sister that's on Section 8 of food stamps, the brother not, you know what I'm saying, outside the home. If the brother in the home, Most High in Christ, then you are, you know what I'm saying, doing what you need to do to, get by or whatever. As long as I don't have a problem with it, as long as you ain't putting the brother out the house to do it. You ain't selling your soul to do it. But if you can, you know what I'm saying, maneuver a way around stuff and, you know what I'm saying, that man is in the home, hey, Most High in Christ, do what you got to do. But for the most case, we know that they won't let you get these things unless the man is out the home. So guess what? How you pay your light bill? How you pay your water bill? You serve your enemies in hunger and thirst. You got to go slave to do that. You got to go get a job. You understand? None of this stuff is free. So that's what it means by serve your enemies in hunger and thirst. Go ahead.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness, that's where you get the clothes come into play. Go ahead.
And in want of all things.
And in want of all things. Not just in want of some things.
In want of all things.
Which one of us here just basically have a want for just a couple things? We serve our enemies and want for all things. Not just some things. Every single thing that we do, however we to live our daily life, we have to serve our enemies, man.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He shall do what?
Put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
So what happened when our ancestors was in physical captivity? They had a yoke of iron upon our neck, chains and shackles around our arms and legs. You understand? Whipping us on our back, forcing us to hard labor. You understand? Well, guess what? Keep reading.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he have what?
Destroyed thee.
Now we destroyed. Now you don't have to put a yoke of iron upon my neck. Because guess what? Now you have systematically oppressed me to where now I need you. I have to serve you in one of all things now. You don't have to put a yoke of iron. You don't have to make me pay my light bill. Why? Because I need lights. So I'm gonna have to pay it. I'm gonna have to go. You don't have to put a yoke of iron upon my neck and force me to go work at a 9 to 5, because I have to now. Because I gotta pay bills. I gotta put food in my house. You understand? So that's what that means, man. We destroyed right now. You know what I'm saying? So go back to where we was at. Our people are destroyed. That's why we don't have. That's exactly why some of us. I'm gonna say us because you know what I'm saying is, you know, I still love my brothers and sisters, man. Even though they got that coon mentality, I still love my brothers and sisters, man. I still want them to wake up and understand that they are destroyed. The white man has destroyed you so much that you don't feel like you under oppression.
Right.
You feel like life is good.
Right.
You go work, you making decent money, you pay your bills, you got a little money extra left over. You go to the club. You feel like that's all you need. Go ahead.
If I could, sir,
Uh-huh.
bringing that heavy because that's what the scriptures that you just had me read was. It's saying how destroyed we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're not looking at them as our enemies no more. We're looking at them like, well, it's all right. You know, all I got to do to be successful is just listen to the white man. You know, get clean shaved. Forget about what's going on in the hood. You know, get my money together and I'll be all right.
Right.
You know, we are destroyed from thinking about our culture or thinking about our own people. You know, the scriptures say he'll put a yoke of iron upon our neck till he has destroyed you.
Right.
And we ain't thinking about ourselves no more. We're thinking about how can we fit in with the white man.
Right. We trying to. That's the thing. That's exactly what it is, man. They have, you know, forced us to. How can I put it? They forced us to live in such horrible conditions, and forced us to be inferior to them. So now when they tell us we free from slavery, they tell us we free, so mentally we feel like we free. So now the first thing we want to do is live like them.
Right.
Fit in like them because they forced us to live inferior for so long. You understand? But not knowing that we still to them are inferior no matter what we do, no matter how much money we make, no matter how much we accomplish, we are still inferior. You understand? Y'all get the point, right? Keep reading where you was at.
Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Make sure y'all share on Facebook as well. Make sure y'all share the class. You understand? Those make sure y'all share the class on Facebook, share YouTube, man. We got to get this truth out of here, man. You understand? We got to have an advantage over our enemies. So y'all make sure y'all sharing these classes. Keep going.
Come, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried.
And you're gonna be tried. So when you go through these trials and tribulations, man, you know what I'm saying, that devil come and arrest you. You understand? You gonna be tried, but you gotta stand firm. You understand? Don't fight back. Don't do nothing stupid. You understand? Just do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? You understand? That's what come with it. It's in the scriptures. You understand? You're gonna be tried. But go ahead.
Ye shall have tribulation 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
Be thou faithful unto death.
You say be thou faithful unto what?
Unto death.
Man, you gotta, hey, at the end of the day, you gotta serve the Lord. You understand? So you go to prison, hey, at the end of the day, you better not drop that sword.
Right.
You understand? You better stand firm. You understand on your what we believe in and what we follow, and that's the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord. Don't go to prison and get the, you know what I'm saying, falling under this stupid, you know, Islamic stuff. Don't fall under that stuff, man. That ain't your culture. You understand? You stand firm to the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, because you're gonna get through it. You understand, with the Most High. But this is what's gonna happen to our people, man. We're gonna get thrown into prison. By who though? Go back up to the top. Who shall cast some of you into prison?
The devil shall cast some of you into prison.
The devil shall cast some of you into prison, man. That's how we know. And who owns the prison systems? Go ahead.
All white men.
The white man. It's a private. Y'all do know that this is a private entity, right? The prison system is a private entity. That's owned. It's a corporation that's ran behind the scenes. It's a private corporation. Like, this is not a prison system, contrary to which I believe. This ain't got nothing to do with, you understand, the Constitution and the laws and all of this crap. Listen, yeah, they have, you know, Supreme Court and judges and all of that stuff, you understand, to uphold the law. But why you think the lawmen can get away with the things that they get away with? Yeah, you could try to fight them in court, but it's so corrupt. You understand? They got everybody in their pocket, all the politicians. You understand? It's no win for us black people. That's why it's stupid for you to try to fight the white man in his kingdom, because it ain't no win. You got some.
If I could.
Yeah, no sweat.
They steady building prisons, which means they're gonna make more traps, or they're expecting more criminals.
Man, they got more prisons than schools. They got more prisons than anything. Like in Texas alone, they got more prisons. Like, I mean, good night. Instead of building them, they tearing down residential areas or, you know, natural habitats for prisons. Like daily, they looking landscaping, looking for, you understand, new acres to put a new prison on. Like, they care more about the black man being locked up than anything, man. That's what they want. They either want you dead or in jail. That's the goal. They don't want you in society, man. The white man is trying to exterminate you off the earth. And the only way you're going to be able to survive this is if you come into the truth, man. Follow the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments. Because if you're not going to know how to live and understand that you are sheep amongst wolves. Right. You're not going to understand that, man. When I was in the world, I didn't know that. I didn't see the world the way that I see it now. I didn't see it how, at first I was thinking, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, I thought I was a wolf. You understand, out here. That's how I was raised to live. The mentality, I'm the wolf and everybody else sheep, and I'm just trying to eat. But really, in our reality, Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans are sheep amongst wolves. And who are those wolves? All of our enemies, man. They're trying to devour us. Give me, for the brother, Rob Black Haru, man, that's Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. That's what we're reading from. We're reading from the 1611 King James Version. We deal with the Apocrypha. We deal with the Old Testament, New Testaments, and the Apocrypha, which is still part of the Old Testament. That's what we're reading from. All right, so now give me Lamentations 4:18, man. On YouTube, y'all gotta excuse the I don't know what the hell this little box is, and I don't know how to get it off the screen, so y'all gotta excuse that. We'll have it figured out by next week for sure. We'll have it figured out by the other classes. You understand? But yeah, this message still gonna go out no matter what. You got that, Lamentations 4:18? Read that for me.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets.
Salakia. It was still some more on chapter 2, verse 10. For time's sake, I'll read it. I'll read the rest of that. The end of Revelation chapter 2, verse 10, it says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. You understand? Meaning you're gonna go through, you're gonna have to do your time. You understand? You're gonna have to do your time. And it says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. You understand? You follow the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments, and you stay loyal to the Most High, guess what? You're going to get a crown of life. It's either not follow the law, statutes, and commandments and die, or follow the law, statutes, and commandments and live. It's just that simple. So, Salakia, go ahead and read what you got at Lamentations 4 and 18.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 18. Mm-hmm. They hunt our steps.
They do what?
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. Like, do you understand? This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. This is in the scriptures. It say they hunt our steps. Do you understand what that's saying? Salakia. Do you understand what that's saying? It say they hunt our steps. Meaning they are looking to kill you, man. That's what they like. Every day they striving to kill you. Like they trying to find something. Like they're trying to get you caught up in something. They're trying to find. They get the canine dog to sniff around your car. They're trying to find something. If I could, we had this set up up here. So I don't know if you want to. Yeah, you can set this over there actually. Yeah, you can set this over there. No sweat. What's going on? Yeah, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? They hunt our steps, man. They are looking for reasons to kill you. They hunt you. I'm trying to figure out who brought it out. I'm trying to figure out who brought it out. I don't know if it was Captain Tazaria. I can't really remember, but he made it was Salakia for not remembering right now. Just, you know what I'm saying, slipped my mind. But a valid point was made. Well, they go to the gun range and train. Like, this is what they do every day. They get that gun on their hip and they go to that firing range and they shoot these targets all day long. You don't think eventually they're they practicing on a target, a paper target. You don't think eventually that they're gonna actually want to go after an actual target? They want to put it to you. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I own a gun. I go to the firing range. I practice. I see I got a good shot. Well, guess what? That gun is in my house. I wish a nigga would. I mean, I'm just saying. I wish somebody would try to come through that door. You know what I'm saying? I would hate for it to be a brother, of course. You understand? I wouldn't rather need nobody come in my house. But if I had a choice between a brother and a heathen, I would rather for it to be a heathen. But the point is, I mean, that's what you got the gun for, right? You want to use it. So guess what? These cops don't think like that, though. They don't think self-defense. They think offense. They not worried like, I'm trying to protect my home. They just want to go out and hunt you. And it's biblical. Read it again.
They hunt our steps.
They hunt our steps. Go ahead.
That we cannot go in our streets.
That we can't even go in our street, man. You can't even walk down the street without them coming, their gun on their hand on the gun, ready to pull it. You know what I'm saying? You soon as you hop in the whip, soon you drive, you hit a corner, you getting pulled over. They walk up to the car with their hand on the gun. You understand? You make one wrong move, it's a wrap. They hunt our steps, man. Trayvon Martin. What happened to him? This man was going to go get some Skittles in Arizona. That's it. He threw his hoodie on like any normal kid. You see the normal, you know what I'm saying, 16, 17-year-old today, that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's cool outside. And at that time, you know what I'm saying, it might have been a little chilly outside. He threw on a little hoodie, you understand? Threw on some a jogging suit or something, you know what I'm saying, and go to the store. He on the phone talking to his little, you know what I'm saying? To his little female, man. He just want to go get some snacks, man. That's it. He wasn't going to go rob nobody. He wasn't going to go, harass nobody. He definitely wasn't going to mess with no heathens or harass nobody. Like, he wasn't doing nothing wrong. All he was doing was going to go get some Skittles and an Arizona tea from the 7-Eleven, man. And guess what? George Zimmerman hunted his steps. Every move he made, he hunted his steps. We heard it on the 911 call. You could hear everything unfold, and there was something on YouTube at the time where you can actually watch. They had a diagram on the YouTube video where they broke down the whole situation, where they used a map in like little dots to show what Zimmerman was and what Trayvon Martin was, and how everything unfolded, and how George Zimmerman followed him. And you can hear the 911 call playing in the background while they showing the showing the diagram of the video. So you can see exactly what's unfolding. Well, you can't see exactly what's unfolding. You can see a map of what's unfolding, like the 2 dots where they were traveling, how Trayvon Martin, where he was going, and George Zimmerman following right behind him. And you can hear him on the phone telling him, you could tell he had murder on his mind. You could tell George Zimmerman had murder on his mind. And that's exactly how our enemies see us today. They come out every day practicing, they got their shot down, they got murder on their mind. Every single day. That's why anytime Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, anytime you could be faced with a situation from law enforcement, man. Keep reading.
Don't come. Our end is near.
Our end is near, man. We got to understand that. That's why it's so imperative that we come together as a people and stop trying to trust these other nations. Stop trying to trust our enemies, especially the white man. The white man is the devil. He is the deceiver on the earth.
Right.
Who has lied and deceived you more than the white man on this earth? Not just you, but the whole world, the whole earth. The white man has deceived everybody. How do we know this? Why? Because the white man claims to have a culture, claims to have a language, claims to own things. They really own the earth. They claim they have taken claim of the earth. But guess what? They really don't own nothing. They don't have their own language. They don't have nothing. They don't own everything that they have. They stole it. They stole it. They conquered it, took it by the sword, and they stole it. And they just took it and said, this is ours. America is not theirs. They feel like it's theirs because guess what? What they do? They came with the sword and they raped, robbed, and murdered their way into this land and took everything and made the inhabitants submit to their demands. That's why we living like we living right now in this country. That's why Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are less than 3/5 of a man. Or only 3/5 of a man, shall I say. To this day, in the Declaration of Independence. You don't believe me? Look it up. We are considered 3/5 of a man. That's less than a whole human man. We less than that in the white man's eyes. But yet and still, we still want to be equal. We still want to be on the same playing field as the white man. We still want to be friends with them. Come on, man. It's a way you can live and make the best of your life and, be smart and be wise, but still understand that the white man is the devil. Who said you can't work amongst them? You can work amongst them. You can do what's necessary as long as within the Lord's laws. You can do what's necessary in order to make it to where you need to make it to. It's brothers in this truth right now that's doing that. But guess what? They still loyal to the Lord. They still do the Lord's work. They still follow the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. They still separate from the white man. Even though you're working with them, you got to do that. That's slavery. We in slavery right now. We are forced. Like, they don't have to have a yoke upon our neck. Remember, I said they have put a yoke upon our neck till they have destroyed us. We destroyed right now, so we don't have to have a yoke upon our neck to know we in slavery. So you got to do what you got to do. Make the best of your situations. But guess what? At the end of the day, when you go home, this is my people. When they go home, this is my people. And y'all got to understand that. While you in the world, you go home, I love everybody. Everybody, we all equal. They go home, I was at work with these niggers all day. You understand? But, hey, we got to make a living. I care about my people, my brothers. If you notice, I don't know if it's just y'all, but I hear white men calling each other brothers all day long. Yeah, brother. Right on, brother. Like, they know that they brothers, but we don't. We don't know we brothers, man. We ain't brothers to each other. We walk down the street mugging each other, bumping each man. What's up, man? What's up, bro? You got a problem, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. White men pass each other. Hey, brother, how you doing? What's going on, brother? You having a good day? even the homeless bum on the corner, white man passed by, even if you don't give him a quarter, you give him a hump. It's gonna be all right, brother. It's gonna get better for you one day. You see what I'm saying? But they uplifting each other still, because guess what? That white homeless bum to that other white man is more important and worth more to him than you are. You are less. They care about you less than an animal. They care about Fifi and Lassie more than you. Your life means nothing to the white man. That's why they laugh when they hear terms like Black Lives Matter. And then not only that, they use black on black crime to justify their thinking and justify their reasoning. When really, we give them that reason because we the ones committing the black on black crime, but they really feel like that anyway. They just using that. It's like a double mockery to us. It's like a double ha in your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, they already feel like that without black on black crime. That today, black on black crime could cease, and they still feel the way they do about you. But since it does exist, they're gonna use that to their advantage. And it's like a double spit in the face. And today I'm gonna show you not only how to deal with police brutality and how to overcome that, but also how to overcome black on black crime too. Because that's what's plaguing our community. And if we don't talk about the issues that's plaguing the black community, then what am I here for? What are we here for? If we're not talking about the things that's plaguing our communities and looking for a solution, and not like I know the solution, so providing a solution for our people, we're not doing that, then we failing at our job. You know what I'm saying? And Commander General YAHANNA held down this truth for us to be able to do the Lord's will and do this work of the Lord and bring out this truth and bring out these solutions for the black community, man. So that we can elevate and we can all wake up and understand, like, this is what we're going through, this is how we got to live. This is the only way. When black people realize this is the only way, then they'll understand. Right now they feeling like, oh, well, you know, it's more than one way to skin a cat. You know, you've heard of that mentality before, right? Have you heard of that saying? Anybody else heard of that saying? It's more than one way to skin a cat? Well, guess what? It's not more than one way to get out of this oppression. It's not more than one way. It's only one way you can get out of this oppression. It's only one way you can defeat our enemies in the spiritual warfare. That is coming into the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA, man. It's the only way. If it was more than one way to skin a cat, guess what? These other fake Israelite groups and other Christians, they would already find, like, they'll figure it out. Give me where it says narrow is the way. Give me, you know what I'm talking about? I think I just pulled it out a couple weeks ago. If there was more than one way to skin a cat, why would the scripture say otherwise? There's only one way, and not everybody's way is the right way. There's only one right way. There's only one body, one spirit, one right way to do things, and one west. And that's it. Ain't nothing else outside of that. You understand? Go ahead.
Matthew 7:14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way.
It says, but straight is the gate, and narrow is the way. It's only one way, man. You can't go, like, if it's a narrow pathway, you can't walk all the way around to get through the exit. That's just like you trying to get in the club. You got the bouncers right here. You trying to go through the back. Well, guess what? That's locked. You can't go through that. So now you come right back around. You got to deal with the bouncers again. You trying to get in the club. There's only one way through in that club, and that's to squeeze through them bouncers. And if you ain't permitted, you ain't coming through. It's only one way, right? That's the same way with this truth, man. That's the same way with this oppression that we're going through. That's the same way to get out of this hell that we're living in. It's only one way to do it. And it's a tight squeeze. But if you do the right things, you can make it. You understand? I know you know what I'm saying? I ain't the smallest thing on earth, you know what I'm saying? If I can make it through, and we can make it through. You understand? I'm just keeping it real. So that's what we at, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm laughing, but at the end, I'm joking, but seriously, you understand? We got to wake up and realize what's going on, man. The spiritual warfare that's waged against us, and then we can get off the drugs. We can put down the cigarettes. You understand? Stop smoking the weed. Stop popping the pills. Get our mind right. Stop letting our lives go to waste and just drinking our lives away, getting drunk to the point where you don't even care about life no more. Get your mind right. Get sober-minded and be vigilant. And then understand that, okay, this is what we need to do. Don't fall for anything you told. You understand? Follow the Bible. The Bible been here before all of that stuff, that this nonsense that they claiming it's this and that. The Bible been here. This been our instructions. This been our culture. This been our history. This been our laws. This is what we need to follow. Is there some more on that?
God.
Go ahead.
Narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
It says, the narrow is the way in which leads to life. Now, do you want to live or do you want to die? If you want to die, then no sweat. I'm not going to beg you. Do what you got to do. Do you. You know what I'm saying? What they say, do you, boo-boo.
Right.
They be clapping with it. You know what I'm saying? Do you then. Live your best life. If you want to die, that's what you do. But if you want to live, go ahead. That was it on that?
Yeah, that was it on that.
Read that part again, though, where it say narrow.
Narrow is the way which leadeth unto life.
Narrow is the way which leadeth unto life. So that's what you need to do. You come into this truth. You take the narrow path. You take the hard path. Don't take the easy way out. You got to fight for this truth. Everybody that came before us fought for this truth, man. Ain't nobody lay down nothing. Everybody fought for this, man. You go look at some of these stories. Look at what Job had to go through. Look at what Christ had to go through. I don't even have to bring nobody else up. You talk about what Christ had to go through, and that's it. That should be enough. Follow after Christ. What they love to say in the church, what would Jesus do? Well, what would Jesus do? You know what I'm saying? Jesus was a revolutionary. So Jesus, it ain't about what would Jesus do. What did he do? He did. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what would he do. He did. He showed. And we must follow. So give me Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha 9 and 13. They hunt our steps, man. They looking for a reason to kill you. You can't even walk in the street, man. They're going to murder you in cold blood right in the middle of the street. Mike Brown. You understand? That's what they doing, man. They going to hunt your steps. Trayvon Martin. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 9, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
It say, keep thee far from the man that had power to kill. Keep thee far away from the man that had power to kill. No, it couldn't have said that. No, I say keep him close by.
Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
No, they are friends.
Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill.
It say Kisalaki. I need to put that in the middle. It say keep thee far. It ain't saying befriend the man that had the power to kill. Who got the power to kill? On topic. Go ahead. Police, man. They got the power to kill. And guess what? Who owns the police forces? Who owns everything? Who owns everything? Go ahead.
White man.
Keep thee far away from who?
White man.
You understand, right? Because they had power to kill. The white man holds your life in their hands. They got the power to kill. Why do I say that? Because it ain't just that officer that's making the decision. That officer kill you, and guess what? He gonna get out scot-free. Why? Because the white man make the decisions. The white man decides, well, he gets jail time or he gets acquitted. And what happens 98% of the time? If a police officer a white cop kills a black unarmed man, what happens 98% of the time? Go ahead. They get acquitted. They get off free, scot-free. Walter scot-free. You understand? It's so messed up, man. And this is a routine. We seeing it so much that we've conditioned ourselves to it. That's just like growing up in a war zone. You grow up in a war zone, and this is a war zone. It's like PTSD. We grow up seeing our people get murdered to the point where we like, oh, well, we already know this cop gonna get off. It's not even a question no more. It ain't even like, I wonder, you know, it used to be the grandma sitting in the house, they holding hands with the family, please let him go to jail, please. Now they already know. The family don't even fight for it no more. He gonna get off, man. You understand? Like, it don't, like, That's how bad it's become. We know 98% of the time they're gonna get acquitted. I don't know if that's the exact percentage, but I'm just based off of what I've seen in the past 8 years. I mean, how many officers that got time? Maybe 1 or 2, 3, maybe 4. Out of how many murders? Thousands. You understand? Like, come on, man. Go ahead.
And then plus, when it happens, they get paid leave, or they get shipped to another department. They don't get fired. They just ship them over, just like how they do with these little Catholic priests. They don't let them go; they just move them somewhere else. So it won't bother anybody, so nobody won't know exactly what happened in that town.
Good night.
It's the same type of thing.
And then go to that town and do the same thing.
Same exact thing.
And it's a revolving door, man.
Yep.
Because they sitting up there getting away with it, man. You know what I'm saying? J-Rock, yeah, man, they put a yoke on our mind. That's exactly what's going on, man. You understand? That's exactly what's going on, right? You know, we got to understand, man, we got to get that off our mind. We got to get that yoke of iron off our mind. Like, they have mentally got us in captivity. You know what I'm saying? And the only way, hey, brother, and the only way you're going to get that yoke up your mind is if you continue coming to class. Because coming to class, this is where you learn how to get that yoke off your mind. Because first of all, you're going to learn who your enemy is. Once you learn who your enemy is and learn how to follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord, well, guess what? From there, it's like, okay, well, now I know who my enemy is, so I need to stay far away from them. And then, now all I got to do is gather with my brothers. So if I separate from them, common sense will tell me, separate from the enemy, join with my brothers. Keep these laws. You understand? Build this nation up. That's how you do it. That's how we get out of this hell, man. Keep reading where you at, Ecclesiastes.
Chapter 9, verse 13. Keep thee far from the man that hath power to kill. So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death.
So you don't have to doubt, like, you don't have to feel like, okay, well, I know I could die. Like, have you ever been around a group? Like, just imagine, you want to go to a rock concert. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with, if you like that genre of music, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. But think about it. You go to a rock, what happened in Las Vegas? Ain't that what the situation where the white man was at the, what was that, the hotel, the Golden Nugget or something? I don't know what it was. It was a hotel where I'm talking about he shot up the concert. Or just imagine you going to a predominantly white school. You send your kids to go to that school. Guess what? Every single day you send your kid to school, you're going to be like, man, I hope one of these little white kids don't shoot up this school today. You're going to doubt the fact that something is going to happen. You're going to feel like, man, something might happen today. You at that rock concert, you're going to be looking around because you got to it's real loud. You don't know if you hear gunshots or you hear somebody breaking the guitar. You don't know what's going on. They got the mosh pit going on. You understand? You don't know what the hell going on. So you got to be careful. Gunshots will start going off and you won't even hear it. You just getting hit. Boop, boop, boop. And guess what? You got to, at all times, you got to be on Shamar, basically. You got to be like, man, I hope. Because you're going to fear death. You're going to feel like you're going to die. Anything can happen. You're going to be like, anything can happen. It says, do what now? Keep thee far away from the man that had power to kill. Because of what?
So shalt thou not doubt the fear of death.
You won't have no fear of death. The longer you be around your enemies, the more you're going to fear death. You're going to be like, well, my enemies could kill me at any time. I could die. The scripture is telling you how to live. Like, it don't get no heavier than this. It don't get no more clearer than this. If you don't want to be scared and feel like I'm finna die, stay away from the person that had the power to kill you. It's simple. I just want to be around my people. If I send my daughter to a predominantly black school, I just look at the analytics. The odds of one of these black kids shooting up this school is, like, I'm talking about the same odds as rape victims with abortions. I'm just saying, that's less than 1%. So it's pretty much the same odds. Like, I grew up in Dead End. We, you know what I'm saying, still live in the hood area. We still live on the south side of Houston. I still have yet to hear, and I know we was bad as hell growing up. I mean, we was bad. I used to hear a whole bunch of stuff about addicts growing up. It was always addicts. It was always Thomas. It was always something going on. You understand? Sterling, Worthing. It's always something, right? But I ain't never hear about nobody I went to school with or none of the other schools getting shot up by one of us. Like, I mean, I never heard it. It never happened. I'm in my 30s. I still have yet to hear about it happening. I'm just saying. So I'd rather be around my people, man. We may fight. You know what I'm saying? We're going to squabble. Hey, it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we have our time. In our community, man, yeah, we got black on black crime. But I'm going to talk about that today, too. But guess what? It's not as bad as what people, like, the white people kill us off more than we kill each other. Like, white people do more damage to the world, period. They kill it, like, they commit the most murders ever on the planet Earth. They commit the most murders. They still kill. But then they want to bring up the statistics of black on black crime. When that bring up a small number of, you know what I'm saying, murders and stuff compared to what the white man do. I mean, it's like a fraction. But we get that mentality from them. But I'm going to go into that. Keep reading.
And if thou come unto him, make no fault.
So now this is how to deal with the police, right? You want to learn how to deal with the police? This is how you deal with the police. Now, you know, I love my sister, you know what I'm saying, Corin Gaines. You know, it's a strong black sister, you understand? But Corin Gaines didn't necessarily handle the situation how she was supposed to handle it when she got pulled over. Sandra Bland, she didn't necessarily handle the situation how she was supposed to. That definitely don't excuse the white man. But this tell you how to deal with that. You got to be smart. You can understand you are a sheep in the midst of wolves. You got to understand, okay, I'm a sheep. I don't have wolf artillery. I don't have the things that these wolves have that can devour me. I don't have that. I'm a sheep. So I got to use my intellect. I got to look, okay, for example, Floyd Mayweather versus, you know, I'm trying to name a big boxer that he had to fight. Maybe like a Miguel Cotto or something, right? Floyd Mayweather, or okay, let's go Diego Corrales. Diego Corrales was at the top of his game, undefeated at the time, way bigger, way taller than Floyd, way longer arms, and was a hell of a fighter, right? Floyd Mayweather, smaller, fast. He don't hit as hard, but he quick. He can get in there, get out, right? All right, for example, so when he fought Corrales, he was the sheep versus a wolf. He used his what he could do best. He couldn't go toe-to-toe with Corrales. But what he could do was outthink him. You know what I'm saying, jab him, be quicker. So he was quick. He beat him to the punch, hit him with combinations, got out of there, moved around, did the same thing for however long, and then eventually he broke Corrales down and beat him up bad. Well, that's how we got to do when it comes to the white man. You understand? We can't fight this war carnally. We have to be smart. And that's how we're going to defeat our enemies bad. That's how, because guess what? We don't even have to lay a finger on them. We don't have to do it carnally. Guess who is, though? The Most High is going to do it. The Most High is going to destroy our enemies. We don't have to do a thing. All we got to do is be smart, be vigilant, follow the law, statutes, commandments, come together, put in this work, you understand, build up this army, and the Lord will do it for us. It's that simple. Keep reading.
And if thou come unto him, make no fault.
Don't make no move. If that police coming up to your car, man, listen. Before that police officer get out their car, because 9 out of 10 times when they pull you over, they don't get right out unless maybe they have a suspicion that the car is stolen or something. They jump out with guns. But if they don't, and if they jump out with guns, do not move. Period. But if they in their car and they pull you over for like a traffic stop or something, go ahead and get your license, registration, and everything, insurance, and all of that already in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Turn the car off. Do all these things so that they won't think, okay, they trying to take off on me. They trying to, you know what I'm saying? Be smart, man. Turn the car off, roll your window down, hand them the stuff. You ain't got to fight it, man. You ain't got to be sitting up here, oh, man, I know my rights. You ain't got to do all that. Yeah, do you know your rights? Yes. Are you in the right? Could be. Do you really want to take that chance? It says do what? Make no what?
Make no fault.
Make no fault. Don't fight it. This is what the Bible telling you to do. Are you going to go with your pride and your ego, or are you going to do what the Lord telling you to do? I'm going to do what the Lord telling me to do. I'm not going to make no fault. I'm not going to make no wrong move. I'm going to have it already ready for them. As soon as they roll down the window, they ain't even got to ask for it. Now, I ain't saying you got to kiss they, behind, say, yes, sir, and all that. Yes, officer. Here you go, officer. Here's my stuff. And let them go and run your name. They come back with a ticket. I ain't signing the ticket. Don't do all that. Sign the ticket. You can fight it in court. That's what they got that for. You got Commander General YAHANNA. You understand? I mean, you got your camp leader. That's what we got Captain Kahan down here. That's what the council is for. Seek counsel. But you can live another day to be able to fight that. You don't have to fight it that day. That cop may be in a killer nigga mood and waiting on you to combat him. They looking for a reason to kill you. They hunt our steps. I'm telling y'all how to deal with the law enforcement. This is how you do it. Only in the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA is where you're going to get the true knowledge in order to keep your life, man. We save your life. We trying to save your life. It's either you take heed or you want to do your own thing. Keep reading.
Lest he take away thy life present.
You understand? If you make a fault, he'll take away your life right there on the spot. It said, least he take away your life yesterday.
Present.
No, later on, they're going to let you go and come back and kill you.
Present.
They're going to kill you on the spot. You understand, right? Y'all get the point. This is heavy. This is in the scriptures. Is there some more on that? Go ahead.
Remember that thou goest in the midst of snares.
You going to miss the what?
Of snares.
What is a snare? Y'all should know what this one is. Ron, what's a snare? Perfect. Perfect. They setting up a trap for you. That speed trap, that's to end your life if you make the wrong move. You understand? Don't make the wrong move. You got some more on that? Go ahead.
And that thou walkest upon the battlements of the city.
Ooh, this right here. Listen. You are walking among the battlements of the city. This thing, well, you think it's just your ordinary life. You come outside, wherever you live. Oh, it's a sunny day in the neighborhood. Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, Mr. Pedophile. You understand? You come outside, and you got to understand that ground you walking on, that's not just the streets of Houston. That's not just the streets of Miami. That's not just the streets of New York. That's not just the streets of Chicago. That's not just the streets of Minneapolis or California or Nevada, wherever you at. That is the battlegrounds. This is a battle we are in. We are in war. Every move you make, everything needs to be calculated. You have something you want to say?
Would this be like the same, like could we use this same scenario at work with like your boss?
Oh, hell yeah. Exactly.
Because I noticed today that, like me and my boss are always combating with each other. And so she always trying to find a way to write me up, get me out the door.
Is she a sister?
Yeah, she's a sister.
Okay.
Nothing but I.S.U.P.K at my job. So today I just told myself, okay, well, I'm just gonna go with whatever she say. And we had a conversation and she said, well, I was gonna write you. She had 3 write-ups ready for me today. And so I said, I just agreed with her. I talked with another sister, she black, and asked her what I should do. She was like, just go to her and explain to her like the baby or whatever. She said use that, like kind of play on her mind or whatever. And I did, and she threw 2 of them away. And just wrote me up for one.
Most High in Christ. I hate that.
I just left it alone. I was like, okay.
Give me, Yeshaya, give me wise as a serpent. You gotta understand, and that's an excellent story. And that's perfect for the precept, this precept and this precept I'm finna get you. Because guess what? Even at work, that is a battleground. You got to go to work and you got to deal with, in the cold part this is the cold part about it. The cold reality is your people is going to be the ones that turn on you before the white man, the enemy, because they have already programmed us to hate each other. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's something about you that she hates. I don't know if it's because obviously that you're serving the Lord. She may not know that, but the devil knows that. Satan knows that. You understand? So you're gonna be tested, and your own people is gonna be the ones to test you. Okay, for prime example, in the garden, who came to Eve? It was the serpent, right? But was that serpent the white man? Huh? That was a nigga that came to Eve. Wasn't no white man on the earth at the Cain technically was the first marked, like physically altered white man on the earth, right? Because he had that spirit. So the Lord marked Cain, right? And made him have that white skin. But the first actual white man was Esau. But that serpent had that same spirit that Cain had, that Esau had. It's the same spirit that just, you know what I'm saying? So it was still that wicked spirit that the white man have today. But at that time, that wasn't a white man that came to Eve. It was a nigga. It was a coon. You understand? That's why it was so easy to manipulate her. You understand, right? So it's no different from at your job. The white man is going to use, okay, you got the house, like they're going to turn us against each other. Even in slavery, you had the house nigga, you had the field nigga. The house nigga felt like they was better than the field nigga because they got to sleep in the house. They out the sun. They ain't got to pick the cotton. They reading the bedtime stories to the kids and stuff. They fixing the food and stuff. They eat better, and naturally, they would probably be a little lighter. Why? Because the ones in the field had to stay in the sun all day. So when you in the sun, you're gonna get dark. Even if it was a dark house nigga, and they usually didn't go for the dark, you know what I'm saying, the darker ones. They usually went for the lighter ones so that they can turn you against each other. That's a whole ploy, man. It's the white men, they take crafty counsel. This is what the scriptures tell you. So it's no different from the sister at your job. She's put in that position. Well, guess what? I'm pretty sure whoever owns wherever you work at, I'm pretty sure the white man is the owner of the corporation or whatever it is. So, that person, they're going to go to her and be like, well, this is how you got to do your job. This is how you got to be, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to be like this with your own people and blah, blah. You know what I mean? You understand that, right? Yeah, exactly. You understand, right? Right.
Like it's all about her. And she said, so if I don't tell y'all anything or I don't write y'all up, then I get in trouble.
Right. They gonna feel like she not doing her. If she don't produce any write-ups, cause she feel like the I'm gonna tell you this how wicked the white man is. The white man feel like can't no niggas work nowhere and not mess up nothing. So if she not getting no write-ups, something wrong. She taking up for somebody. It gotta be some mess up somewhere. So she ain't producing. It's just like policing their quotas. It's just like a quota, like a commission. If she ain't producing no write-ups, something is wrong. And they gonna get on her. That's why it's like she's forced to give you write-ups. Almost looking for anything that you're doing wrong to write you up. Now, this is why, and this is powerful to add to this topic. Because the white man is so crafty, they use us. They don't have to do no dirty work. They use us to turn against each other. And that's going into the black on black crime side of it. They use us to, we're gonna get into that. Remind me, don't let me forget about that. That's an excellent story to add to what we're talking about. Read what you got, Yeshaya.
Book of Matthew chapter 10, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Give me
10 to 16.
Is it Matthew 10 to 16? What
you just read?
No, I was asking for
Wise as a serpent.
Yeah, wise as a serpent. Go ahead, read that. Go ahead.
Come. Be ye therefore wise as serpents.
Right, that is it. Okay, start from the top again, Salaki.
Come. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
So it's the same thing. You understand? I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. It's the same thing what Ecclesiasticus is talking about. 9 and 13. You are a sheep in the midst of wolves. So at your job, you are the sheep, and you in the midst of wolves. Not saying that your people are wolves, but the spirit that's there. You understand? They are there to devour you. That boss is getting on her so that they can devour you. You understand? So you can't look at it like, oh, she's your enemy. You got to look at it like, okay, she getting pressure from the enemy. So guess what? I'm going to do what I do to the best of my ability. And hey, you know, sometimes you can do the best you can, and sometimes you can be exceptional at your job, and you still get faced with, you know what I'm saying, demotion, or you know, they fire you or whatever. You understand? So you just can only control what you can control. You do what you do, and you do your job so well to where they'll be a fool to let you go. You understand? But don't let what she doing turn you against her. If anything, I'm not saying talk to her about the truth, because sometimes when you do that at the workspace, you gotta be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. It could backfire. So I'm not gonna say that, but just be a sister to her. Don't just, you know what I'm saying, when she come at you sideways, still try to, you know, tell her, look, hey, I don't got no problem with you. You know what I'm saying? Look, we cool. I understand you have to write me up, cool, no sweat. But then you gonna do your job to the point where now what? Now she gotta focus on somebody else to write up, because you doing everything how you supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to do it. And if they let you go, then they'll just, it's they loss at that point. You know what I'm saying? So keep reading.
Come. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. Try not to be combative. Try not to let the, you know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying, right now you carrying the little one. I know hormones can rage, you understand? Just, you know what I'm saying, try to, if you got to go to the bathroom and just woosah, you know what I'm saying, you know, get on the phone, call your husband, get counsel, you understand what I'm saying? Text him if you can't call him. Text him, get counsel. Always seek counsel. That's very important. And since you have a husband, that's who you're going to go to. Go to your husband, man. You know what I'm saying? Your husband knows what's best for you. Listen to what he got to say, because guess what? He can talk the same, like getting taught to be able to help you in your situations. He come and get counsel so he can give you counsel. So get counsel from him. He gonna tell you the right move to make. And if he don't feel like he know the right move to make, guess what he gonna do? Guess what he gonna do? He gonna call, damn right, he gonna call and get counsel. And then that counsel gonna pass down to him, and he gonna call you back and tell you, well, baby, this is what you need to do. And you gonna make the right decision based off of that, and everything gonna be tawad. That's how you gotta do it. You straight on that? All right, no sweat. Okay, so give me Ecclesiasticus 9 and 13 again. Are we done with that one?
Yeah, we done with it.
Oh, yeah, no, we done with that one. Give me Jeremiah 14 and 2 now. So now we got to talk about why we starting to get into the thick of things, of why we going through the suffering that we're going through as far as police brutality and black on black crime. You understand? I'm going to try to zip through this because we only got about 20 minutes. Yeah, go ahead.
Jeremiah 14, verse 2. Mm-hmm. Judah mourneth.
It's a Judah mourneth. What does that mean? The black community. The black community is mourning right now. What it means by mourning is we're sad. We're lamenting. You understand? We are depressed. We are going through. We're mourning. We don't feel like there's no hope for the black community. Keep going.
And the gates thereof languish.
That's why though, because the gates thereof languish. What does a gate do? Like, think of a gated community. Go ahead.
Controls what goes in and what comes out.
Right. It's the protection. It's the shamar for that community. It controls what goes in, what comes out. It's the protection. It's the hedge around the black community. The gates thereof. The gates around the black community, they languish. What does languish mean? Go ahead, Ron. Weak. They're weak. Why? Because that gates, those so-called gates that's supposed to hold up this black community, they're weak. Who is the gates? Go ahead.
Our leaders.
Give me some names.
TD
TD Snakes.
Right.
Creflo Dollar. I don't even got to change his name because he all about the dollar. Martin Luther King. That's the main one. One of the main ones. Because guess what? His words is the reason, like, we are integrated with white folk today. His word, his so-called dream is the reason. And since you named him, that's what we're going to rock with. You know what I'm saying? Martin Luther King is the epitome of language. Weak. He had a dream to integrate with black people and white people together. Why? Because he wanted to have sex with white women. he had his own lust, his own deceitful lust in his heart. He wanted to have orgies and all of that with white women. I'm just calling it what it is. Orgy Mike. That's who he was. So he sold us down the river just so he can be able to fulfill his own lust. Give me Jeremiah 23, Yeshaya. Keep reading. Where you at?
They are black unto the ground.
That's how you know he's talking about the black community. You know what I'm saying? Black people. They're black unto the ground. Different shades of brown. You got your yellow bones, you got your red skins, you got your dark, your milk chocolate, and you got your blackity black. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I love all colors. You know what I'm saying? I love all my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? Especially my sisters. You know what I'm saying? All different colors. Caramel, you understand? Yellow, it don't even matter. But that's what that means. Black unto the ground means different shades of brown. If you, the darker you, I think it's the deeper you go into the earth, the darker the soil becomes. You understand? Because hey, that's what it is. So different shades of brown. Jeremiah 23 and 25, Yeshaya. Don't read it yet. Hold on. Keep reading.
And the cry of Jerusalem is gone up.
So our people are mourning, man. The cry of Jerusalem, the cry of our people is going up. Why? Because in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, we have no strong leaders. Well, we do have strong leaders. The I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, you understand? But I'm saying outside of that, there's no strong leaders. That's why the gates thereof languish. You understand? So Martin Luther King is the reason why we are in the predicament we in as far as integrating with white folk. Read Jeremiah 23 and 25.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard what the prophet said, that prophecy lies in my name.
This is Jeremiah, right? Now, this is what the Lord is saying. This is what the Most High is saying. It says, I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesy lies in my name. Go ahead.
Saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed.
Who that sound like? I have dreamed. I have dreamed. I had a dream today. Who that sound like? Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King. Orgy Mike. You understand? It says, I have heard what the prophet said. I've heard what Martin Luther King said. That has prophesied lies in my name, saying, I had a dream today. You understand? Read verse 26.
Verse 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies?
How long shall this be in the heart of Martin Luther King, man? Like, how did like when he was prophesying this stuff, when he was saying, I have a dream today, you understand? The Lord is saying, how long is this going to be? How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Go ahead. Keep reading.
Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own hearts.
That's how long it's going to be until he get fulfilled what he want, till he get what he want out the deal, till he feel the deceits of his own lust in his heart. That's how long it was going to be. He preached that stuff. I mean, how long? He was going around, he delivered the speech. I don't know how many times. Everywhere he was going, he was delivering that speech. I had a dream and, had many of followers. And he kept preaching that until it happened. Even after his death. It didn't happen until after he died. But the point is, he knew what he was doing when he planted that seed. He even admitted, he said that, this is what he said, he feel that he have integrated, I'm paraphrasing, he feared that he have integrated his people into a burning house. Meaning he knew what he was doing, man. Because he had his own deceitful lust in his heart. He wanted to mess with white women, so he threw us into the house, burning house. He sacrificed us, basically. So now we got to go through what we're going through now. Now we got to go through the police brutality. Now we got the black on black crime, because guess what? They throw the dope in the white man, by them getting close to us, we in bed with snakes now. So now they put the dope and the guns in the community. So now we killing each other off for the money. I mean, they take crafty counsel against us, man. And people like Martin Luther King is the reason why they were able to infiltrate us, man. Before that, we had our own businesses. We had our own vehicles, our own property. We had money to pass down generations in our family. Pass down businesses, wealthy black people. Black Wall Street, prime example. There was a very, very, That was like the River Oaks for the black community. Wealthy black people, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, all happy. We had our own water fountain. We had our own stores. We had our own gas stations. We had everything. We had our own area. They had their own area. It was peaceful. It wasn't no problem. You didn't see black on black kill. You didn't see no black on black crime then. It wasn't until we got integrated. Integration was one of the worst things, if not the worst thing that ever happened to the black community. Christianity is probably number one. Christianity is number one, and integration is number two. And guess what? They go hand in hand. Because what was Martin Luther King? A damn Christian coon. You understand? It go hand in hand, man. Keep reading.
Verse 27. Which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams.
He made us forget about what the Lord wanted us to do. He made us forget that the Lord wanted us to separate. He made us forget that. Why? Because he kept saying, I have a dream. I have a dream. We're going to be integrated. Little black boys can join with little black girls, when really he just wanted to join with white girls and have orgies. That was his dream. You understand? And that dream caused us to forget what the Lord wanted us to do, man. Keep reading.
Which they tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name for Baal.
Same thing that happened with Baal. Keep going.
Verse 28. The prophet that had a dream, let him tell a dream.
Well, you know what? Martin Luther King had a dream. He told his dream. Okay, so what? Let him have that dream. That was his dream. We don't have to follow that dream. Now we know the truth, right? Let's not follow that dream what Martin Luther King was talking about. Keep reading.
And he that had my word, let him speak my word faithfully.
That's what we need to do. To hell with Martin Luther King's dream. It's all about the Lord's laws, statutes, commandments, what the Most High wants us to do. That's what this is about. To hell with Martin Luther King and his damn dream. His damn dream was a damn nightmare for black people. You want to say something? You Tawad?
That's all the verses.
No, I got some more. You had something you want to bring?
Yeah, if he dropped down to 32.
Keep reading and then drop down to 32. Finish 28 off.
Come. Let him speak my word faithfully. What is the chaff to the wheat, said the Lord.
What is a goon to a goblin? What is a giant to a dwarf? What is a dwarf to a giant? What the hell is this dream to what the Lord wants? This dream means nothing to the Most High. You understand? Go ahead, and that said the Lord. You understand? Drop down to what?
Verse 32.
Go ahead.
Behold, I am against them that prophesy false dreams, said the Lord.
He's against those that prophesy false dreams. Like he was saying earlier, the Most High didn't tell you to come together with all the rest of these nations. You are supposed to be separate. This is why it's called the Holy Bible. The separate records.
Right.
Go ahead.
And do tell them and cause my people to err by their lies.
That error, that's another word for mistake or incorrect. So read that one more time.
And do tell them and cause my people to err by their lies.
So he over there listening to Martin Luther King. He's sitting there having his dreams, telling you lies of what the Most High gave him. He's sitting there having speeches about what the Lord gave me a dream that we all supposed to come together. We all supposed to hold hands and all that. So while you over there thinking we all be together, you getting killed up in the street by the WAP man. Go ahead and keep reading.
And cause my people to err by their lies, and by their likeness.
Go ahead.
Yet I sent them not.
He sent them. He went ahead and sent them to talk to you.
Yet I sent them not.
No, he sent them like this last week, just so he could send that dream to you.
Yet I sent them not.
Go ahead.
Nor commanded them.
Go ahead.
Therefore they shall not profit this people at all, said the Lord.
Saith the Lord. Martin Luther King was selling that dream so he could fatten his pockets. That was the main purpose when we gather these people together, get some of this money, get some of these white women, these white women,
right?
You know, and start living my own dream. That's what he was doing. I have a dream so I can live my own dream. Fat my pockets, get these white women, and we be good.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Right. I mean, and to add, you know, I really ain't even nothing to add to what the priest said, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that these Christian pastors do. It's the same exact thing. You do know that Martin Luther King was, you know, he went to school to do this, just like these Christian pastors. You understand? Like, he went to seminary school to be like, it's the same thing. They play on your emotions. They play on your emotions, and right at the apex of your emotions, they tell you, well, donate to this or do this. Pass the collection plate around. Right when you in this so-called in the spirit, that's just your emotions. The chemistry in your body is at its peak. It's at that point where you just ready to just submit to whatever is said. And that's when they tell you, pass the collection plate around. The doors of the church are open. You understand? Like, that's how they do it, man. They are taught. You do know this. It's an art. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. It's an art to being a pastor. You know, it's like going to theater arts. Yeah. The way they change their tone and their voice, the way it's not coincidence that even when you watch a movie and and the pastor in the movie is doing it, they be like, it's not a coincidence that they do that. They do that because they understand that they're taught that in school. Just like a mechanic is taught to get the most out of that visit from that person that needs the car. Like, if your air conditioner went out, by the time you leave, you finna have a leak in your radiator. I need to replace your fan condenser. I need the windshield. Oh, you definitely need some new windshield wipers. You know, you only got about 50. I can tell you approximately how many more wipes you got left. You know what I'm saying? You might as well replace that before it get too bad. Your brakes, you got about a couple more miles on them, but you know, I can go ahead and replace them for you today. You understand? That's what that pastor go to school to make you empty out your pockets on Sunday. Because guess what? You're going to be so guilty because you done went to the club on Saturday night. So in order to feel better, you like, oh, I give my money. I come to church and I give my money to the church. So you leave, you got a burden lifted off of you. The pastor tell you everything to make you feel good about yourself so you can have you coming back. That's why the pastor never tell you the truth. People don't like the truth. Think about it. We hate the truth. So if the pastor told you the truth every week, you would not come no more. You wouldn't want to come keep. You definitely wouldn't give your money. Yeah, man, I ain't finna give my money for him to tell me I'm a drug addict. To hell with that pastor. That's why y'all don't like the I.S.U.P.K. Because we tell you the truth. We don't sing songs. We not finna. You ain't finna do all that. You ain't gonna hear the drums. You're not gonna hear the cymbals. It ain't gonna be no praise dancing for you pedophiles. It ain't gonna be none of that. You understand? We're gonna give you the stone cold hard truth, straight. No ice, no chaser, nothing. Just straight truth. And y'all hate it, man. It ain't for the weak. It's for the strong. So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading on, let me see. No, Salaki, give me, Exodus 2 and 10. We're going to breeze through with, we're going to talk about this situation with Moses. Exodus 2 and 10. Go ahead.
Exodus 2 and 10. And the children grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, because I drew him out of the water.
So now we all familiar with Moses, right? We all familiar with who Moses is. Who was Moses? Anybody? Go ahead.
He was the man that God chose to lead the people out of Egypt.
He was a man that the Lord chose to lead the people out of Egypt. Very powerful man. He the one wrote the first 5 books of the Bible. He wrote the Torah. You understand? Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Moses wrote that. Y'all do understand, right? Okay. Not only that, what else was Moses? Do anybody know his significance in Egypt? I wouldn't be surprised if you don't know it, but if you do, most high in Christ. You want to try to give it a shot? He was definitely high ranking. But in what, like, because, you know, in order to be ranked, you had to be in the army. So what army was he high ranked in? That's right. Damn, give him a hand. Damn right. That's a trooper right there. That's going to be a strong warrior, man. I can't wait for him to become an officer, man. That's going to be an excellent officer because he's an excellent trooper. You understand? He was a general in the Egyptian army. He was a very high-ranking man. He had pull. You understand? So not only the Lord chose him to lead his people out of Egypt, but he was also prominent to the Egyptian army. You know, that's not our people. Those the heathens. He was a prominent member, but he was an Israelite. But he was a prominent member in the Egyptian army. So it's just like one of our brothers in the truth, in the school, but they serve in the military. But they are, you know, they fully in the truth, but they serve in the military. You get the point, right? The comparison. Okay, keep reading.
Verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown.
All right, so this is when Moses, you know, he grew up or whatever. Go ahead.
That he went out unto his brethren.
So now we do understand the reason why Moses was a prominent figure in the Egyptian army, because clearly in verse 10 it shows how he was born and who he was already up under when he was born. He was already born around the Egyptians. You know what I'm saying? He was given to Pharaoh's daughter. You're doing in verse 10 it says, and the child grew, and she brought him into Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her what? He became her son. You understand? He became her son. So that means adopted. You understand, right? Okay, so now, since this is Pharaoh's daughter, who is Pharaoh? Pharaoh is the king of the Egyptians, right? So he was the leader of the Egyptians. So he became the son of Pharaoh's daughter. So that's how he became prominent in the Egyptian army. But he was still an Israelite. You understand? So I just wanted to give a little background for those who didn't know how significant Moses was or how he became significant. Okay, so now, verse 11, read that again.
And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren.
So now he's older. He's grown. He was a kid at first. He was under Pharaoh's daughter, right? But now he's grown. He can go about and do as he pleased, right? So it says he was grown that he went unto who?
His brethren.
No, he was around the Egyptians.
His brethren.
He was around his brethren. You understand? He went amongst his brethren, his Israelite brothers. You understand what I'm saying? Black Hispanics and Native Americans. Because you know Moses, if anybody know Moses from the tribe of Levi. You understand? He was a Levite. All right? So he went amongst his brethren. You understand? Go ahead.
And looked on their burdens.
So he's seen what they were going through, man. He's seen the things that they were going through. He come home off of deployment. Let's say, you know what I'm saying? Like brother that's in the army, that's in the truth. He come home and he see the stuff that's going on in the hood. He see the burdens that his people are suffering. You understand? Go ahead.
And he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew.
And one day he went outside and he saw the damn HPD murdering a young black man in the street, cold blood. You understand? This is the same scenario that Moses witnessed with his eyes. He went amongst his people, he saw their burdens, he saw their pain, and then guess what? He spied and he saw an Egyptian smiting his brethren. What does smiting mean? Go ahead. Killing. He killed him. That Egyptian killed that Hebrew. That's police brutality. Moses witnessed that. You understand? Keep reading.
One of his brethren.
One of his what?
Brethren.
One of his, just one of the Egyptians, the people that he grew up under, Pharaoh's daughter's friends.
One of brethren.
His brethren, you understand? This was his brother according to the flesh, who was an Israelite. You understand? Keep reading.
And he looked this way and that way.
So now he saw this police brutality taking place. Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, Alton Sterling. He saw it with his own eyes. He witnessed this brother getting murdered by the police. He witnessed this brother being murdered by this Egyptian. No different than we get to see our brothers get murdered in cold blood by these police officers by way of social media or video or body cameras. You get the point, right? He witnessed this, man. And that instilled a fire inside of him. And it's the same type of fire that should be instilled inside of us, man. When we see our brothers get murdered, even if it ain't happened to us or it happened to your son, that's still your brother getting killed, man. That's one of your people's. That's one of your brothers or your sister's son. You understand? Like, that's our people, man. And guess what? That same vexation that came upon Moses, we should have that same vexation. You understand? And I'm not saying we should do what Moses is finna do, but guess what? We should still feel some type of way about our people getting murdered in the street, man. What happened with Moses, though? How did he feel?
And when he saw that there was no man.
So he looked this way, and he looked that way. So guess what? He knew what he was about to do was what? He was looking out. He was doing like this. It's only one time that black folk really do that. We really don't even look both ways when we cross the street. I'm just saying. What like when we doing like this? What that mean? Go ahead. He about to do something that he knew he ain't had no business doing. You understand? Go ahead. So he looked that way. He looked this way and looked that way. And what?
When he saw that there was no man.
When he saw nobody was around, the coast was clear. Go ahead.
He slew the Egyptian.
He killed that Egyptian, man. He saw that Egyptian killing his brother, and he killed that Egyptian, man. He got justice for his brother. Now, I'm not saying that that's what we need to do, because we can't fight this white man and his army, man. We don't have the tools necessary to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Moses was in a high position to be able to do that. We can't do that against the white man. We're going to lose every time. Keep reading.
And hid him in the sand.
And he hid him in the sand, man. We're not supposed to fight this war carnally. Because guess what? We follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Lord will do it for us. The Lord will kill our enemies for us. We don't have to do it. Moses took it upon himself because he was so pained. He was so hurt. He was so upset by seeing his brother getting murdered in cold blood by his enemy, man. That's why Moses did that, man. And we should all feel like that, but we shouldn't carry out those same actions that Moses did. Y'all get the point, right? Now let's talk about black on black crime. Go ahead.
And when he went out the second day.
So he went out on a whole different day. This is a new day. Keep in mind, he's amongst his people. It's just like every single day that you go out your house, right? When you go out your house, what do you witness? You witness police brutality. When you go out your house, what else do you witness? You witness black on black crime. It's everyday life in the hood, right? So guess what? He go out a second day amongst his people in the hood. You understand, right? Amongst his people. Go ahead.
Behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
So 2 men of the Hebrews was fighting together, man. They were fighting together, man. That we see this every single day in the hood. Every single day amongst our people, right? In the black community. They fighting together, one get killed, man. Over something stupid. Oh, you stepped on my shoe. Oh, man, you sold me some bad weed. Oh, man, let me get what you got. Empty your pockets. This is what we go through every single day, man, in our community. The same thing that Moses witnessed. So he seen 2 Hebrews strove together. Go ahead.
And he said to him that did the wrong.
That did the what?
That did the wrong.
He said to him that killed his brother, man. He did the wrong, man. He saw his brother killing another brother. And he said to that brother, go ahead.
Wherefore smiteth thou thy fellow?
Why you killing, man? Why you killing your brother? This is your brother, man. Why you want to kill your brother, man? We got to stand together, man. How the hell we gonna be able to even fight against the enemy? Like, how do you think Moses was feeling? One day he go out, he see the enemy killing his brother. Then the second day he go out, he see his brother killing his brother. How do you think that made him feel, man? That gave him a level of vexation. Like, that's why he asked him, man, why you do that? Knowing what he just did the day before. He just killed the enemy for killing his brother. Now he witnessed his own brother killing his brother, man. You have to just imagine the pain and vexation that Moses felt in his heart, man. That's why he asked, man, what you do this for? What are you doing? And that's why I'm here asking today, man, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? You want to hold hands with your enemy that's killing you every single day, man, wiping you off the face of this earth. Abortion, man. Planned Parenthood. Abortions is the #1 killer in the black community, man. But guess what? We too busy holding hands with the same people who put Planned Parenthood in our neighborhood, in our community, trying to wipe us off the face of the earth. We want to hold hands with these people, say nothing's wrong. We want to hold hands with the same people who's in business controlling the police who govern our communities and kill us and wipe us off the face of the earth every single day, man. At their own will, at their discretion. They get to determine who live and who die. And we want to hold hands with the people who's employing them. We want to hold hands with the people who owns the prison system. We want to hold hands with the devil in these other nations, man. Instead of separating, man. Do what Moses did. Don't kill our enemies. Don't do nothing stupid carnally, but separate from them, man. Don't join with them. You on the opposite side of the spectrum. We enemies. Why you want to join with the enemy? So you, KD, you with OKC? You want to go to Golden State? You want to join the enemy? This is a team you competing against. You go join them? That ain't what we don't do. Don't do what KD did. Do what Jordan did. Jordan stayed with one team his whole career. Do what Kobe did. Kobe stayed with one. I ain't even like Kobe, but I can respect the fact that he stayed with the Lakers his whole career. Not to get off subject, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like to compare analogies and stuff. Do what Kobe, do what Moses did, man. He separated from the Egyptians and he joined with his people. You understand? Give me 1 John 4:20, man. Yeshaya, give me Psalms 133 and 1. And then I got a couple more scriptures after that. We're going to be done, man. Do what Moses did and separate from those enemies, man. He grew up with the Egyptians. He was raised by Pharaoh's daughter. But guess what? He knew what his people was. He went amongst his people. He separated from those damn Egyptians, man. And for that reason, the Lord gave him the power to lead us out of that captivity of the Egyptians. You understand that? If we separate from our enemies, the Lord will give us, he will send Christ. He will deliver us out of the hands of our enemies in this captivity over here in Babylon. And wherever we scatter them in four corners of the earth. The Lord will deliver us, man. He will kill our enemies. Read what you got.
1 John 5:20. And we know
4:20, Salakia.
4:20.
Salakia, 4:20.
1 John 4:20. If a man say, I love God and hateth his brother.
You know what I see a lot of, especially in the hood. You know, I see a lot of brothers be talking about how, you know, yeah, man, give glory to God and thank God for this and thank God for that. And, you know, I be seeing a lot of that. You know, these be some hardcore niggas, you know what I'm saying? Hardcore brothers, niggas that I know I grew up with, you know what I'm saying? They go to church, try to go to church, try to change their life, and be saying, you know, giving glory to God and all of this and all of that. But guess what? They still be in the hood and be in the midst of this whole black on black crime stuff, man. They still be robbing each other. They still be selling drugs to each other. They still be doing drugs with each other. That's all a part of black on black crime. You ain't got to necessarily kill your brother physically. You could sell him drugs and you killing him. You could sell drugs to his mama and you killing him, killing her. You understand? You could do drugs with a brother and you killing him. You doing drugs to yourself, killing yourself, causing harm to your body. But you say give glory to God and this and that, man. Come on, man. That don't make you a man. That don't make you a gangster. You understand? Read what it say.
For if a man say, I love God and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He's a liar, man. You can't love God and hate your brother. You hate your brother selling him drugs, man. You hate your brother doing drugs with him. You hate your brother robbing him. You hate your brother messing with his wife, his woman. I'm gonna dumb it down for those that's not in the world. This man that he's sleeping with, you want to mess with her behind him, behind his back. You hate your brother doing that, man. Go ahead.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love God, whom he hath not seen?
The man that you in the hood with every single day you wake up with. How in the hell can you say you love God when you have never seen God? You've never seen the Most High. But this man that you in the hood with every single day you see him, and you hate this man. How can you love God? You haven't seen him because you hate the man that you see every day. Keep reading.
And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God love his brother also.
If you say you love the Most High, you want to give glory to God, well, guess what? Love your brother as well, man. And you be there for your brother. And you stop doing these things, robbing and killing and destroying your neighborhoods by trying to wipe out your own people, man. You doing the enemy's job for them. They ain't even got to lift a finger. You understand? Give me some. You got Psalms 133 or 1. Go ahead.
The book of Psalms, chapter 133, verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Ooh-wee. How good and how pleasant is it for brethren to dwell together in unity, man. That is a pleasant thing. We can dwell together in unity. We ain't got to be against each other, man. We can be, we are all the Lord's children. We can dwell together in unity and we can have it all. But instead you want to fight and kill me, take what I got, you understand? And then the next man, brother, come along and kill you and take what you got. So none of us can have it and share it. But if we all just, come together, we all can live and be good. And you know what I'm saying? Like Isupk said all the time, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in this room. If you got $100 light bill, each one of us come out $20, that ain't really hurting us. You know what I'm saying? We come up $20, that's $100. Now you can pay your light bill and it ain't really hurt us. And that's just with 5 people. Just imagine if it was 20 people, 50 people. Then the burden is less. Now everybody just got to come up with $2. 50 brothers, that's $200. I mean, that's $100. Salaki. My math was a little off. I'm smarter than that. You understand? That's $100. $2? That ain't hurt. That's change. You can find $2 in quarters laying around the house. But guess what? That brother had $100 now because you didn't scrounge up your change. That ain't even hurting you. You ain't even got to go in the wallet or the purse. You go on a piggy bank, get $2. Now that brother can pay his bill, man, and it ain't hurt nobody, and it can be reciprocated. You understand? That's how it's supposed to be. Instead of, guess what? Oh, he down on his luck, so he gonna take what I got, so he can pay his bill. Now I don't got nothing, and he took. You know what I'm saying? What sense does that make when we can all eat together? Come on, man. We gotta understand. We gotta stop doing the enemy's job for him. The goal is to get the enemy out the way. We want them out the way. We trying to get them out the way so we can have what they got and share it amongst each other. Not take what each other. We ain't got nothing. Why you want to take what I got? Why you want to take from your brother? We all doing bad. None of us is doing better than what the white man is doing. Why you want to take what we got? How about we come together, we get some crafty counsel. You know what I'm saying? We come together, we get the white man out the way, and now we can have what they got. And we can split it amongst each other. Because I wouldn't even want it by myself, man. It ain't no cool if my brothers can't share it with me. I want all of us to eat. They know that's why they don't let a nigga like me hit the lottery. They know better. I hit the lottery. We finna eat good. All of us. Y'all already know. We finna eat good. I'm talking about, man, they done messed up. They done messed up. We all gonna be feeling like we didn't hit income tax checks. Y'all already know that feeling. When that income tax hit that card, you understand what I'm saying? You already know. That's how we gonna be feeling, man. Or when that feeling when you hit that little scratch out, you done won you $500 or something. That's how it's gonna be. Cause I'm breaking bread with all my brothers, man. We all gonna eat, man. This school gonna eat. That's how it's supposed to be, man. And guess what? We come together like that. The Lord is gonna wipe off our enemies from the face of this earth, and we'll be able to inherit the spoils of war. You understand, right? I want the spoils of war. Like, do you know what all the white man got? They got everything, cause they took it from us, first of all. But we get it back. We get something back that we ain't never had because they took it from us. So now we get to enjoy all this stuff that we didn't get to enjoy before. But guess what? We have to do our part. We can't go out and take it from them. We can't do that. They're going to kill us. We ain't got the means. They got a whole, come on now. They got army tanks and missiles and bombs and everything. What we going to do? But guess what we can do? We can come together. We can get in the I.S.U.P.K, the Commander General YAHANNA. We can follow these laws, statutes, commandments, We could separate from them, and then what? The Most High is going to kill our enemies. And he going to make sure we get the spoils of war. Give me Isaiah 14:21. Yeshaya, give me Amos 5:18. And we're going to end it out with them two. This is what the Most High got in store for our enemies. So we ain't got to worry about it. We do what he say do, and this is what we can reap from that.
Isaiah what?
14:21. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
No, prepare a feast.
Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for his children. The white man, our enemies, his children. Go ahead.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
Because they must pay for what their forefathers have done. Just like right now, we are suffering because of our forefathers. You understand? We are going through these curses that we're going through for our forefathers. So now we come together and follow the laws because they didn't do it. We got to do what they didn't do. So it won't pass down. Y'all get the point, right? I mean, are y'all tired of the curses or not? I'm tired of it. Our ancestors dead and gone. We dealing with the curses right now. We can break the cycle if we follow them, right? Because that's what the Lord, that's why we in the curses right now. Because we ain't follow them. But guess what? If we follow them, we break that cycle. And then we won't be going through them no more. You understand? But guess what? The white man, his forefathers, his children is going to have to pay for what his forefathers have done. Go ahead.
That they do not rise nor possess the land.
They are not going to rise. They won't. You won't see them. Them white babies won't be born no more. They're not going to rise up no more in power. They will not be able to possess this land. These land over the earth that they possessing right now, we're going to be in possession. Go ahead.
Nor fill the face of the world with cities.
They won't be able to build these cities that they building up and putting all this pollution in the air and just making a mark everywhere in the world. They won't be able to do that no more. Go ahead.
For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts.
The Lord is going to rise up against them. It say prepare slaughter, meaning the Lord is going to kill them off of the face of the earth. No more. Just picture a life with no more white people. That's amazing. And what else is that called? Start with a J.
Justice.
That's justice. That's justice. You understand? Give me what I told you to hold.
Amos 5 and
Hold on, Salaki. Keep reading.
And cut off from Babylon the name.
Cut off from what?
Babylon.
Where we living at? Modern day what?
Babylon.
And do what?
Cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord.
Meaning, hey, ain't no more, none of them left. Nothing. No generations. You ain't gonna be able to pass down this business in your son's name. Ain't no more George Bush Sr., George Bush Jr., George Bush III. Ain't no more of that. He gonna cut off the nephew too. What's the nephew that was running for president too? John Bush or something. I don't know. They all Bushes, but you know what I mean, right? He gonna cut off the remnant. He gonna cut off the name. The whole name gonna get wiped out. You understand? Ain't no more Bushes, period. You understand? The remnant, the son and the nephew, said the Lord. You understand? Give me Amos 5:18. This is what the Lord will do if we come together and do what we supposed to do. No more black on black crime. No more selling drugs in the community. No more doing drugs. You understand? Come in this truth under command of YAHANNA so the Lord can deal with our enemies. We don't have to deal with them. Let the Lord do it. We can't do a better job than him anyway. Go ahead, read what you got.
Book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
For those that ain't following the law, statutes, commandments, mainly our enemies, but those of us of Israel too, that ain't following the law. These Christians out here thinking, oh, things so sweet. Oh, Jesus is gonna come back singing Kumbaya and holding hands. And we all gonna, everything's gonna be great. No, it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. You waiting on Christ to come back thinking he gonna be singing Kumbaya. It say, woe to you. What does woe mean? Go ahead.
Destruction.
It means destruction to you. destruction to you who think, you know what I'm saying, who desire the day of the Lord. Go ahead.
To what end is it for you?
What end is it for you? You sitting up here talking about you want Christ to come back. You can't wait till the Lord come back and everything will be, what end is it for you? You ain't following the law, statutes, and commandments. Or what is it? What end is it for you, white man? What end is it for you? You understand? I'm finna tell you what end is it for you. Keep going.
Gun. The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
Well, guess what? That day, enemies, white man, that day for you is going to be real dark. It ain't going to be no light in sight. You're going to be looking for the light at the end of the tunnel. Y'all know y'all had the movies where, you got when Christ and stuff is in the movies and he's this soft white man and you got the light coming from him. They're going to be looking for that light. But the scripture says it's going to be all dark. It's going to be dark. What's that movie? Zero Dark or whatever. I forgot the name of that movie. Something like that, man. I'm telling you, it ain't gonna be nothing. You're gonna be looking in the sky and you ain't gonna find the sun nowhere. Because it's gonna be a whole bunch of smoke everywhere. It's gonna be clouded up, darkness everywhere. Go ahead.
Verse 19. As if a man did flee from a lion.
Guess what? You know what? Hey, y'all go downtown and you see them. Now you don't have to go downtown. You go to any white neighborhood or any good neighborhood or decent neighborhood, and you're gonna see the white people. Oh, they're gonna be like 70 years old, jogging. Got their little pacemaker and they little, what's that, Fitbit. Got the little Fitbit on. They wrinkled up and stuff. They got the little short shorts. They be jogging down the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? In shape. 70 years old, you understand? Jogging. Why is that? Because this going to be like they what?
As if a man did flee from a lion.
Guess what? In that day, it's going to be like you are fleeing from a lion. So you better get in shape because you're going to be running. You're going to be running like you running from a lion, right? Go ahead.
And a bear met him.
So you got to make sure you physically equipped. I seen a video on Facebook where it was an old white woman. She was doing pull-ups. She was in the gym. I'm talking about going hard. Well, guess what? You're going to need all that physical strength because you're going to have to, you're going to be having to shake and, you're going to have to learn something from us. You watch us play football. They be studying you, black man. That's why they get you to entertain. You are the salt of the earth. Guess what? They're studying your moves. They're trying to see if they can, they can shake like that. Because guess what? In the day of the Lord, it's going to be just like that, where they're going to be running like they running from a lion, and they come meet a bear face to face. So they're going to have to shake that bear. Guess what? Then they're going to do what?
Went into the house
and
leaned his hand on the wall. And a serpent bit him.
So they're going to be running from the lion, or they're going to be running like they're running from the lion, and they meet a bear. Then they're going to have to shake the bear. They're adrenaline rushing. They're going to get in the house, and they're going to be like, whoo. They're going to lean their hand on the wall, and they're going to be trying to catch their breath, and a snake bite them on the arm. That's how the day of the Lord is going to be. It ain't no running. It ain't no hiding. You can try to do all that track you want. You can run, but you can't hide. And you're going to get caught. That's how the day of the Lord is going to be. And it's going to be a glorious day. We're going to hunt them from out of the mountains. We're going to hunt them from out of their holes. You understand, right? When the scriptures say Christ is going to come back, he's going to have a vesture dipped in blood. Where you think that blood going to come from? We're going to be bringing them back one by one. I got him, sir. I got him out of one. He is right here. I got him right out the mountain. He thought he could get away from me. I got him. We'll kill him. Con out of one con. And you're going to get killed right there. And that blood, it's going to be right all on the Lord. The Lord like to be fly. But he ain't going to be tripping on this day. His vesture going to be dipped in blood. Because we are going to kill our enemies, man. You understand? Anybody that oppose us, man. You understand? Oppose the Lord. That's what's going to happen, man. It's not going to be a pretty sight. You understand? You got to get right with the Lord, man. That's the only way. It's a glorious thing to see this come upon our enemies. But we have to do what we're supposed to do. Just like when Moses led us out of Egypt. What happened? We had the Passover. You understand what I'm saying? The Lord killed the Egyptians and passed over. But what we had to do? What did we have to do in order for the Lord to do that? Go ahead. We have to follow what? We have to follow orders. Well, our orders now are to gather yourselves together. Gather together, O nation not desired, man. That is an order. It said for the fierce anger of the Lord. Before the fierce anger, meaning the Lord is giving you an order before the decree set forth. It's an order for us to gather ourselves together. So while you want to be a Christian in the house of light, Judah, or you know what I'm saying? All these different Christian camps. You want to be your own camp. The Bible said gather yourselves together, man. Before the fierce anger of the Lord going to come upon you. That's what's going to happen. So we gather ourselves together, we follow the law, statutes, commandments, we come into this one body, and I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General YAHANNA, and the Lord will kill our enemies, man. And with that, pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. You understand? ISUPK.com. Click the donation link. Make sure you pay your tithes. You understand? And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Trooper Ron for the security announcements.
We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, out of the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, by Yasharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is a feast of first fruits, which starts after the Sabbath of unleavened bread. Sundown, Sunday, April 28, 2019. Count 50 days, but only celebrate the 50th day, which is Monday, June 17, 2019, and start before sundown. Out of the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 10 through 22. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pant, headband, or scarf. And these are the security announcements.
All right, with that, Shalom Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah to my brothers. Shalom Yahweh Shemalatah Hashem Yahshua to my sisters.
No time on that shit. Make sure you let these niggas know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Get on this motherfucker. Let these niggas know what time it is. You understand? We royalty.
King Ty really one of the realest. I survived drive-bys from them killers. Like I got 9 lives, I got 9 wives. I said fine wine with them bitches. I'm spitting fire bombs in your city. I got like 8 or 9 niggas with me. And when you're ready to die in a minute, 1 West, we the best in the business. I get offended, I fuck niggas business. Talking they get it, but niggas is timid. Rappers is softer than limit. Catch me on parking lot pimping. What more can I give them? I've been the hottest forever. Why would I lie about cheddar? I can do better. I just put loyalty first. Royalty coming wherever, pull off in the